Hey everybody, here we are, beginning of May. It's getting warm in Texas, North Texas. We had a huge rainstorms yesterday, and so I'm coming out here to see if everything's still in shape. Sometimes these Texas storms can get kind of brutal in terms of the wind and hail and stuff like that, but everything seems to be still standing, which is great. What I was worried about here was some of these cucumbers that I planted, little seedlings. They're so far made it through that storm. Now let's see if they can catch and start climbing up my trellis. But what I'm doing today is sweet potatoes. So the local stores normally have a variety of sweet potato vines to choose from, and they're a little late this year. Now I got these out of your Lowe's, Home Depot. They seem to have some, so I took what they had. But normally every year I put sweet potatoes in these two beds here, and I just pulled out the regular potatoes, and here's all the refuse from that. That's all the vines, and that I can turn that into mulch or ground cover or anything really. But I want to get the sweet potatoes in the ground, so I've got my soil here just all kind of nice again. It's use your favorite soil combination. They're raised beds, so you can use a lot of different soil amenities, or different types of dirt that they have at the store, or just your typical garden soil you can get at the big box store. But definitely amend it with some fertilizer, and that's what I did. Just get some all-purpose fertilizer, mix it in there to replenish the soil, because the potatoes weren't here, so now the sweet potatoes are going to need some energy and whatnot. So here's the sweet potatoes here, and depending on where you buy them, they come in these little packets, or sometimes they just come in free form, without any packet, like the nursery does. So anyways, basically what I'm going to do is what I do all the time, and they're getting a little stringy here, but that's fine. I'm just going to take them out, and they got good root structure, and then just lay them out and position them first. And then I'll see how many I have. These are Beauregard varieties, which is the common variety down here in the south. Sweet potatoes like a lot of heat, so you might want to find the variety that's good for your area. But what I'm going to do here is take these out, start laying them out, and see how far I go down my bed with them. Now I can plant them kind of close, because the sweet potatoes don't seem to spread, that I've noticed. They really are localized right there and grow and make big tubers, just kind of going straight down. They don't spread out, and they just go more down. So you can really kind of pack them in there. You don't have to space them like you would a lot of other plants. All right, so let me do that, and then I'll show you what I've done at the end. Okay, so we have these planted in. They take up the whole bed, and very nice. So like I say, it's May here in North Texas. The heat is starting. We're getting into the 80s, and we'll soon be into the 90s for the next 4 months. People say, well, how do you know when they're done? Well, probably by October, November, they'll be done. What will happen is the vines start to die back, actually. They'll start to turn brown, and that way okay, they're about done. I've been basically leaving them in here from May all the way to November, around Thanksgiving when you harvest, because you might want sweet potatoes for your Thanksgiving dinner. So leaving them in that long is definitely long enough. If you like them bigger or smaller, right, you could maybe harvest them maybe a month early or something like that. But that's been my experience here with my situation and my conditions and all that. So yeah, keep these in mind when you're planting. They like the heat, so if you're in another climate, you got to wait for that heat to hit your area and get some that will grow in your area too. But these Beauregards seem to be your standard all around. So yeah, there you go. Sweet potatoes partially harvested until I get more for 2023. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so I had about 8 6-packs that I got of sweet potatoes, Beauregards. And I kind of just lined them up here to space them. I basically have them about 4 in a row, and I'm spacing them, I don't know, about 6 inches apart here, you can see. And like I say, they'll get big and they'll kind of keep, where they are. So it's not like they're going to spread out. Now these vines go like crazy. They love the sun. They're like living solar panels, you know. They will get really big and then they'll start climbing on this trellis here, when you might have to train them to do it, encourage them to do it. Otherwise they're going to spread this way, and I don't want them to go this way. I want them to go that way. So that leaves me a whole nother bed here of, if the big box stores have more Beauregards, great, but I would like some of the other varieties here that the, you know, your professional nursery has. They have like white sweet potatoes and yellow and just a whole bunch of different ones, different sugar contents, all that kind of stuff. So you kind of grow the ones you like and you experiment around. All right, last step. Let me pop them in the ground, see how they look, and then we'll show you that.